Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my videos, and I'm going to bring you guys somewhat of a new video today. It's going to be the top 10 best bloodlines of Shindo Life. So I'm going to be doing a top 10 instead of a top 5. Be sure to tell me if you guys enjoyed top 5 or top 10s better in the comments below. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like, push, clear, let's get right to the video, guys. Coming in 10th place is going to be Mecha Spirit. Now, Mecha Spirit's going to be coming in 10th mainly just because of the abilities. The mode is absolutely terrible. Even though it does look very cool, it is a very bad mode. So the first ability is going to be a ranged block breaker. It does a decent amount of damage. It has an extreme amount of range. It actually is a block breaker. Second ability is really good for combo extending. If you have a really good aim, the beam could act as a stacking ability. And then the third ability is going to be a 3-hand side ability that you can use to fly around. It actually does do quite a bit of damage to people and can set up your combos. But yeah, as I said, the mode is absolutely terrible, especially the second one. The first one is usable overall, just because you don't have to spend chi M1ing, but the second one is really bad, because as you guys can see, you have to spend chi to M1, which is very bad overall. Now, coming in 9th place is going to be Minakaze. Now, I'm going to be using Minakaze Azure just because I like how it looks better. But yeah, when it comes to Minakaze, after the nerfs, it is definitely nowhere close to being the best bloodline. But it is not a terrible bloodline. It's just it is very easy to counter. But if they do not know how to counter Minakaze, you will slap their cheeks together like no other. Because, first of all, the second ability does like 80k to 100k damage. A lot of damage. So if they don't know how to counter it, they're pretty much instantly dead. First ability can be used for escaping combos or engaging on them, as you guys can see. If you guys land over there, you can use it mid combo to run away, or you could actually use the ability on someone to actually teleport to them, which is actually extremely good. I don't really need to feel like I need to explain why that is so good, but you can actually use it to just teleport to people. You can use it to teleport away. Extremely good overall. And obviously the mode is a very good. Don't really need to explain that. C-spec, iframe, stop, time, stop, you know, big damage whammy. Big whammy hammy dammy McLammy. It just very good overall. And then the weapon spec is going to be a counter. So yeah, Minakaze very good. Now, coming at 8th place is going to be Bankai Inferno. This is going to be mainly because of the breakaway. The breakaway of Bankai Inferno is just so good, it has to be on this list. The breakaway is this. You can use it to escape M1 combos. Don't really need to explain why that is so good. It's kind of like the teleporting abilities, but just a little bit better because you could more just control in the situation where you teleport to. Second ability is an instantaneous 50k damage. Very good overall. Third ability is a very good stun ability. And then the Z-spec is the big giant damage ability that drains a ton of mode. Obviously, you still have this weapon spec. No one really uses the weapon spec, but it is there. And yeah, Bankai Inferno definitely a solid 8th place. Now, coming in 7th place is going to be Shindo Rengoku. Now, after the nerfs, obviously, Shindo Rengoku is not nearly as good as it used to be. It used to be one of the best bloodlines of the game. And I guess since it's on this list, it still is, but it isn't in the top 5. But when it comes to the weapon spec, obviously the weapon spec is extremely good. It's an 8-second cooldown. You can use it to extend M1 combos. Your M1s actually knock people back now, so there's not really anything special about them anymore. But the first ability is basically an instantaneous damage ability that does a crap ton, by the way. Second ability is an ability that actually is very good for block breaking. It has an extremely massive range, and it actually has been fixed so it works now. But the third ability nerf is what hit it the most. It takes 100k chi to use this. Don't really need to explain why. That is just a lot of chi, very unnecessary. Now, when it comes to the weapon spec is going to be a stun that does a crap ton of damage to people. And yeah, when it comes to Shindo Rengoku, it used to be better, and it still is good, but is it really Shindo Rengoku? That's the question to ask. Is it really Shindo Rengoku after all these changes? But the first ability, by the way, is one of the best ones of it now, because it is a one-hand side 60k damage ability with an AoE. Very good overall. Now, coming in 6th place is going to be Forge Rengoku. Now, this is going to be mainly because of just the ability to just completely avoid damage with Forged Ren. All the abilities are pretty much on top of the statue, which makes it nearly impossible to hit you. So, and also the Z-spec does a crap ton of damage to people. So, just like Forge Ren, it does a lot of damage. It has a lot of utility. It has a lot of stuns. And it just makes it so it's very hard to hit you. Like, the chances of someone hitting you on this without an auto-tracking ability is literally impossible. Not to mention that you could just do a crap ton of damage with all the statues. So that was the first ability there. The second ability is pretty much the same thing, but you can click to stun people. Or at the end it stuns them. And the third ability is mainly just the stun ability. It's not really anything special about it. So yeah, Forge Ren is actually a very good bloodline, but just for avoiding damage. Now, coming in 5th is going to be Kamaki. Now, Kamaki is going to be coming in 5th because the second ability is even better than I thought. If you guys did not actually know this, Kamaki actually, for the second ability, you can use it to escape combos. So when you use this and you throw it at someone and you do basically just a free like 25k damage out of mode. But when they're attacking you, you can actually teleport to the the cube mid combo. So it actually is a type of auto dodge. Very, very nice overall. And it makes a second ability that already does a crap ton of damage even better than it was before, when I thought that it just did a lot of damage. First ability is a teleporting ability. It teleports to them, block breaks. That's a lot of damage. Not really much to say about it. Third ability is like this. You could click to make a portal. You can click on someone, make a cube appear above their head, teleport to them. You know, it's Kamaki things. There's not really much else to say about that. C-spec is very nice. For the second ability, it's kind of just a stun. But for the first mode or the weapon spec of the second, you actually get a beam attack. It does a crap ton of damage to people. And overall, Kamaki is actually just a very good bloodline. Now, coming in fourth place is going to be Satori Akuma. Satori Akuma is going to be coming in fourth place just because it is one of the best bloodlines of the game without a question. I don't think this could really be debated by people. Wet spec does a ton of damage at block breaks. It has two iframe abilities, which is the first and second, and obviously the weapon spec is also an iframe. C spec is an iframe where you can run away from people really fast. It gives you time to heal. Very good overall. Third ability is one of the best stuns in the entire game. Does a crap ton of damage to people and is a place lock stun. So yeah, Satori is extremely good as a bloodline and is by far the best Akuma in the game. Now, coming in third is going to be Ryuji Kenichi. This is going to be mainly for the mode. The mode is still absolutely amazing, even if it was nerfed. Obviously, you still get 2 lives. You still do a crap ton of damage with the specs of it. The weapon spec is actually an ability that actually, in the low HP mode, is one of the highest damage abilities in the entire game. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. Weapon spec, I mean, not the weapon spec, the throwables, obviously a very, very good counter ability. And the abilities of Ryuji are actually very good for combo extending, you know, mainly for extending M1 combos or things like that. Second ability, a big DPS burst on them right there. It does like 100k. And the third ability, obviously don't really need to talk about this. One of the best combo extenders in the entire game by far. Now, coming in second is going to be Doku Tengoku. This is going to be the skin version, which is Doku Scorpion. It's the exact same. It's just a skin. But yeah, obviously, Doku Tengoku is an extremely good bloodline. Even though they made it so the third ability you can't use during combos, it doesn't matter. C-spec still does a crap ton of damage. You can still attack during it. Web spec still does a crap ton of damage. The first ability is still a block break that lets you combo extend after it. Second ability, you can actually do some things with the second ability. Like, you could dash after the second ability, extend combos that way. Overall, just Doku's an extremely good bloodline, one of the best PvP bloodlines of the game, and you guys should definitely check it out if you guys haven't already. Now, honorable mention one is going to be Shiro Glacier. I actually feel like this is a very good honorable mention, mainly because of the mode. The mode of Shiro is actually just so good. The weapon spec specifically, iframe, does a lot of damage, stuns people, and it lasts a very long time. The C-spec's not that great. You just mainly use it to escape people. You can click on people, do a little bit of damage, but that doesn't really matter. First ability is actually pretty decent. It actually is long range, has a pretty low cooldown, does a decent amount of damage. Second ability is really nothing to be that impressed at. It's mainly just a block breaker. Third ability is a stun, not only stun global cooldown. It actually does a lot of damage, as you guys can see. So yeah, Shiro Glacier, definitely a very good honorable mention. Now, honorable mention 2 is actually going to be Ryan Akuma. Ryan Akuma is going to be honorable mention 2 because I feel like Ryan Akuma is actually very, very, very good overall. This is mainly going to be for the third ability, which actually does a lot of damage as a block breaker, gives you iframes. The weapon spec of it, which I didn't do it, I'm sorry. And then you also have the C spec, which is actually a mode drain iframe ability that does a crap ton of damage to people. Second ability is very good overall. You can move stack with it, does a lot of damage. And the first ability is actually an iframe ability. So yeah, Ryan Akuma, definitely something to be worried about right now in this game. It is very, very, very good. Now, coming in first place is going to be Aphrodite Shizen, as a lot of you guys probably expected. Aphrodite Shizen right now is the best bloodline in the game. It has an insane damage burst, has a lot of block breakers, a lot of stuns, it has a lot of AoE, pretty much has everything you would ever want out of a bloodline, all in one bloodline. Not to mention it has a really, really, really good mode. So yeah, just when it comes to Aphrodite Shizen, it has so many stuns, so much damage, so many block breakers, and just has literally everything you would ever want out of a bloodline. Aphrodite Shizen has it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to like, particularly more, guys. Bye bye.